Alright, wanted to make a quick video. Was able to go out and get a little bit of a head start here. Picked up something at the flea market. I wanted to show you before I did any work on it. Picked up an old axe head. The guy said it was from the 1800s. I don't know if it's that old, but it definitely does have a lot of rust and a lot of wear on it. I don't see that there's any writing or anything on it either. But I'm going to do something that I haven't tried before, something I've been interested in trying, and do some electrolysis, in which I take a piece of metal. For me, I'm going to use a couple of high carbon steel files as donor metal, and I'm going to electrolyze this, and it should take off all the rust. They say use Arm & Hammer laundry detergent powder, but I found a website that also said you can use borax. Borax is what I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. I have a 5-gallon bucket, but it's over there. I'm going to put it up so kids can't get their hands in it, because 20 amps running through a 5-gallon bucket of water with chemicals and things in it might not be that good for a kid to touch. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll take some pictures as it goes along. Thanks. So yeah, you can see the bubbles already forming on it. I've had this on for about 5 minutes. The bubbles are already forming. So it's working. Only time will tell. Yeah, I'm on my way. Thanks. Oh yeah, it's starting to look chunky now. Yeah, buddy. Bubbling away. Starting to get bubbles all the way around. Starting to work on that rusty film at the top. I think we're going to be good. It's going to come out nice. My plan for the axe head. If I can't find a nice piece of wood to use for a handle, I may just have to buy a hickory one and cut it down. For this axe, I'm thinking about doing a 2.5 to 3 foot handle, or try to keep it as small as possible. It's going to be one of the two. I'll have to weigh the axe head, but it is a pretty large axe head, so we'll see what that's going to end up becoming. I already got a very large axe, so I don't really need one of those. I already got a medium-sized hatchet, don't really need one of those. I already got a little tiny hatchet, don't need one of those. It might end up being more of a, like a Thor hatchet type axe. Short handle, heavy blade. Not really for too much use, but, you know, it might be just one of those things. It might be a project, or it might, you know, end up trading it if it comes out pretty well, if anybody finds interest in it. But it has come along. It's going, bubbling away, so it's working well. Only time will tell now. We're at about 4 hours right now. It is starting to get darker and darker. There's more of a film build up on the surface now. It is starting to really become rust colored. You can barely see the parts in there, but you might be able to see the stuff coming off the files there that I'm using. But it's definitely working. We're at about 4 hours, and starting to get some chunking. So we'll be back a little bit. This is how it looks after about 6 hours. We'll take some of the stuff off and see what we got. Wow, this is just chunking right off. Make a little bit of a mess here, but I'll clean that up in the morning. Let's see what we got. Load it up there. See if that does any better. Still not seeing any markings or anything, but this is a lot smoother than it was when it went in. A lot of the rust is just coming right off. The main thing I was sort of worried about was inside, how that would turn out. So I didn't clean this before I did anything here, because I wanted to see how much the process would do by itself. And actually, it's not doing too bad. I might throw that in there again overnight. Just let the thing run down in the morning. See what happens. Yeah. Again, the story with this axe is that the guy supposedly found it while he was metal detecting. So it's going to be kind of interesting to be able to restore something that was, you know, buried. First time I've done something like that. I've restored other things, but never claimed to be underground or buried or forgotten or lost. I think it's going to turn out well. Gonna see how the whole inside's no longer really rusted inside. The back, you can see how, I don't know if it's been used for a log splitter, something like that before. That's definitely a possibility, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. So we'll see what happens in the morning. They will take all that black gunk off of there, but it's a lot better than it was. So we'll see what happens. Alright, again, this is Bigboysbushcraft, and thanks for tuning in. Keep watching, and you'll see what ends up. Thanks. Well, this is what the axe head looks like when it's taken out of the bath. You see it's dry now. A lot of the rust is off of here. Like they say, it tries to surface rust really quick when it's taken out. So I'm going to put some rust protectant on it after giving it a sharp angle. There's still stuff falling out of it. Went to the flea market again today, different one though, and picked up a axe head for it, or axe handle for it. And like I said, as I was looking for something kind of small, this one's about about to my elbow. So that's what she's gonna look like. Actually, that's what it's gonna look like when it's done. Wanted something kind of goofy, but that's what it'll become. So you'll see as I go along. Thanks.
We'll bring it over and I'll maybe do it in less than 10 minutes so we can hurry up and go home.
You see the blades coming along pretty well, actually. Some of the pits are pretty deep on here. But overall, it's going to be a nice usable tool once I'm done. Just need to finish up a couple little spots on here. Then coat it up with some good protectant, and it'll be good for a long time. Just got to finish up the blade end, but a heck of a lot better than it was. I want to do a quick video of the handle I'm going to be using. This one's actually not completed all the way. There's no center cut, and it's still got the edge on there. So I may leave the edge, but we'll see what happens there. I gotta get it to fit the axe head now, so that's gonna be the next step. Well, it's coming along. Beat the crap out of it with a maul and try to get it down further on there, but it's coming. You see, it's gonna look pretty well when it's done. I'll keep updating. Some boiled linseed oil to finish the handle on this. I'm going to pop this open real quick. Make sure you clean it off really well. See, this wood's definitely thirsty. My buddy's out here welding a trailer together. Bunch of projects going at once. That's what happens on the weekend now. Linseed oil on the metal itself as well too. Doesn't hurt nothing. Get every little nook and cranny. Yeah, pick boiled linseed oil up at Walmart, really cheap. Well, that's Project Hamhawk. Hope you liked the video. Gave you ideas. Total cost $3.25. Paid $1 for the wood handle today, hickory handle. Paid $2 for the head. It was all rusted. And I also paid 25 cents for the shim that's in there. But it's Project Hamhawk. Came out nice. Thank you for tuning in for Bigboysbushcraft.